story An Angel in Disguise by D.S. author. So we have covered this story till here where Mr. Thompson was talking with her wife when he bring an angel at home. So we are going to continue in the second part of the video, this story. Joe saw by a quick intuition and his resolute bearing impressed his wife. He answered quickly with a real indignation, be that it may be very every concern of a woman at the funeral turned her eyes steadily from a sick child's face. And when they turned his eyes, the cart went off with her dead mother, hurried away. It was very hurried when her mother left them alone at their home and left her alone at the old hut with the sun not an hour in the sky. Where were John and Kate? They were asked by Mrs. Thompson. Farmer Jones tossed Jones into wagon and drove off. Katie went to with the Mr. Ills, and nobody wanted to poor sick one. Send her to the poor house, was the cry. Why didn't you let her go then? Why did you bring her here? She can't walk to the poor house, said Joe, because somebody else must carry her, and I am strong enough for that to task. So then, why didn't you keep on? Why did you stop here? Demanded her wife. His wife was thinking, why you didn't leave this girl at the poor house? Why you bring over here? Because I'm not up to go on fool's errands. The guardian must be signed, first seen, and the permit obtained. So first of all, to send this child at the poor house, we need a guardian sign and the permission which is obtained. So get patience. We are going, when you will see the guardians? Asked Mrs. Thompson. He said tomorrow. Tomorrow. Why put it off till tomorrow? Go at once for the permit and get the whole thing off of your hands tonight. Jane said, oh, we'll ride. An impressiveness of tone greatly suited to his wife. I read in the Bible that sometime we find much about the little children. And how severe. God tells us that if you care the little children's and little child, how many blessings He is going to give you. Even in the need of a cup of water, if you give to the child, that number of blessings you are going to receive from the God. That should even not be unrewarded. Now it is a small thing for us to keep this child for a single night, to be kind to her a single night, to make her life very comfortable in a single night. The voice was strong, rough man show, and he turned his head away, and the moisture in his eyes might not be seen to the Mrs. Thompson did not answer. But a soft feeling crept into her heart. At that time, Mrs. Thompson was realizing each and everything, but she don't want to show to the Mr. Thompson. Look at her kindly, Jane. Speak to her kindly, said Joe. Joe was telling that you have to care this child for one night. Please speak with her very genuine. Think of her dead mother and loneliness. The pain of this girl, the sorrow must be coming from her life. The softness his heart gave unwanted lips to his lips. Now Mr. Thompson did not reply anything, but presently turned towards the little chamber where her husband had deposited Maggie, and pushing open the door, went quickly in. John did not follow. He saw that her state has changed. Now she is going to be felt each and everything, and now it is the time to leave them alone. To whom Mr. Thompson is going to leave them alone? Mrs. Thompson and the girl as an angel. A light shining through the. Then he went to the work, and he worked till dusky evening released from his labor. Like he worked till late night so that his wife and that girl can spend some more time with each other and they can understand the pain of each other. At that time, Allah, when he came back to his house, a little chamber was shining from her room and it was a good sign. Then he went to nearby the window. Outside there was a dark area and inside there was a lightning. And nobody can see outside who is standing and what's doing, and inside area everybody can see what is going on. Here he noticed one more good sign, that his wife was sitting with that girl and girl was replying very calmly and they were talking to each other. Maggie was very impressive at that time with her wife and talking all the things which she want to share. Here he saw that in her eyes was not a fear. She was just talking and she's only sad but not having any kind of fear in his mind. On entering, Joe did not go immediately to the little chamber. He didn't move because he wanted to show that with that little girl he did not attract with any kind of thing. He's just concerning his wife. He went to the kitchen and he asking for the supper. Is supper ready? Then Mrs. Thompson replied that right soon. Then, after washing the hands and faced the dust soil of work, Joe left the kitchen and went to the little bedroom. A pair of large bright eyes looked towards him with gratefully, tenderly and pleadingly, like she was feeling very comfortable with each and everything. Joe asked a number of things and she was replying like in a full of childish sweetness voice that it was a great deal that he has done with her. Your name is Maggie, he said, and took her soft little hand in his. Yes, sir. Her voice took a chord of quiet in a low strain of music. Have you been sick long? Yes, sir. What a sweet patience in her voice and tone. Has the doctor been to see you? He used to come, but not lately. No, sir. Have you any pain? Sometime, but not now. She was replying each and everything. He said, when you have a last pain, he said, when you pick me in your arms while carry me, it hurts. But I didn't speak anything because she has a fear in her mind that if I show any kind of pain to him, he may leave me here. So, yes, sir, it has acted any since I have been on this soft bed. Now I don't have any kind of pain because of this soft bed. It shows that the satisfaction, moreover, the gratitude in her voice. Supper is ready, Mrs. Thompson said to the Mr. Thompson. Then he was trying to ask his wife that, is the supper ready of this girl? She said, I will give her later each and everything. You come and eat. After finishing her, I'll provide the supper to this girl. Then there is none of the subject she was talking about. She just asked when this child is going to be the poorhouse and replied Joe that it is going to be within 1 or 2 days. It's just you have to care for some time. Mrs. Thompson looked very strangely with eyes towards the husband, and she said that she is not too good now. She needs much care. So we are not going to send her within 1 or 2 days. She needs more care. She needs good food. We are going to give 2-3 days. Then we will send to the poorhouse. Then she moved to the Maggie's room and she gave some kind of a cup of tea, bread, slice, milk, and each and everything. It was very surprising that Mr. Thompson thinks it is a great deal that my wife is going to be changed. What light and blessing did the sick and helpless child bring to our home? Joe Thompson, the poor wheelwright. It had been dark and cold, miserable there for a long time because his wife had nothing to love, care for out herself. So she became irritable, ill-tempered and self-inflating, and desolation of her woman's nature. Now she is having a sweetness regarding to the sick life, and she is showing a patience, gratitude everything, and she is holding in her arms to that girl a precious burden. Now Miss Thompson was very happy that everything is gonna change because of this angel. It was a story of an angel whom Mr. Thompson bring it home coincidentally, but now everything was good in his family. So this is all about an angel in disguise. Disguise means having a disease which can be cured, written by T.S. Author. Thank you. Have a good day.